Just imagine for a moment you're sitting in a theatre of your own mind, watching a movie where the main character looks a lot like you, but walks like certainty, smiles like clarity, and speaks with the quiet magnetism of someone who's already living the truth you're about to discover. As the lights dim, you might notice how easy it becomes to forget what you were thinking a moment ago, because forgetting is just the mind's way of making space for something more useful. Now this character, let's call them You 2.0, begins with a joke, not because they're trying to impress, but because humour is the shortest distance between two nervous systems and laughter. It's the sound of limiting beliefs letting go, like the first joke in a set. You ever notice how people search their whole lives for confidence, but never realise it was just waiting in their posture? And the next joke flows naturally because once you've straightened your spine, your thoughts start flowing into place. And that's the beauty of transitions. Whether it's from fear to curiosity, from hesitation to boldness, from limiting beliefs to a new operating system, there's always a next punchline waiting. You see, belief systems, they're like comedy sets. Some people wait for the laughs, others create it, and the best ones, they tag the punchline with power, stacking one reframe after another, until the audience of your subconscious is nodding, smiling and saying, of course, this just makes sense. Now think about this. What if every challenge you ever faced was really just a setup, a clever setup, where the punchline was hidden inside the problem all along? Because problems contain their own solutions. Just like a magician hides the reveal in plain sight. Just waiting for the moment, you choose to see it differently. And you can see it differently, can't you? Because when you change the frame, you change the feeling. When you change the feeling, the behaviour naturally flows. So let's zoom in on that moment where fear used to live. Not to judge it, no, but to thank it, because fear, it was just excitement in disguise. A poorly translated signal saying, you're getting close to the edge of expansion. And now expansion feels natural because that's the thing, growth is infinite, when belief flows like rhythm. Let's test that with a story. You're walking through a forest and every tree represents a past belief. Some tall, proud, others twisted by time. And you're holding a key. The key is curiosity, and with curiosity, you begin to unlock each tree. And inside each trunk is a core lesson. You are enough. You're always growing. Reality is what you decide it is. You laugh because it's funny how long it took to realise that. Beliefs, they aren't installed like bricks. They grow like gardens. Watered with repetition, rooted in emotion, and illuminated by awareness. And here's another example. You remember when someone told you, don't take life so seriously. And you took that seriously, but now it clicks. Because humour, it isn't just relief, it's recognition of the absurdity of holding on to what no longer serves you. And in this moment you notice, your unconscious is already rehearsing a new script, not with effort, but with elegance. Because you don't learn new beliefs, you remember who you've always been. And who you've always been was someone whose energy is magnetic, whose state defines reality, who knows the momentum beats perfection, that clarity comes from movement and mastery is born of obsession. You blink and the scene shifts again. Now you're on a stage, the audience leans in because presence is loud even when silent. And you begin to speak, not to teach, but to remind them that the strongest frame wins, not because it dominates, but because it holds the space. You don't tell them what to believe, you embody it, and in doing so, they start to reflect it back, because reality is a mirror. And now what you're projecting is congruence, clarity, certainty, and playfulness. You drop a line that makes them laugh because humour creates connection, and mystery keeps it alive. And as that laughter echoes, something settles inside, a knowing that this is who I am now. A presence that doesn't seek permission. A belief system that doesn't ask for validation. An operating system that's built on boldness, detachment, forgiveness, gratitude, and love. So ask yourself now, is it possible? You've already made the shift. And now the story is just helping you to realise it. Because even if you forgot this consciously, your unconscious, it already knows. And if belief systems, they're just nested stories, then this is one that you get to keep, playing in the background, rewriting your identity from the inside out. So the only real question is, what's the next punchline of the life you're now creating?